everyone, my name is Heidi and I'm coming to you from sunny Florida where I live with my significant other Bill. This is episode 41 and today's date is September 18th. It is another warm day here in Florida. It's going to be in the high 80s, maybe reach 90, and the usual until probably another month. This is my channel where I talk about my knitting, crochet, and some cross stitch. If you are new, I welcome you. I'm so glad you stopped by, and welcome back to my returning viewers. So today I will be talking about all three of my crafts, knitting, crocheting, and cross stitching. And before that, I want to just tell you that you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Yarn Heidi. And anything I talk about will be linked down below in the description box. Before I get into the nitty-gritty of all my crafty stuff, I want to tell you something else that I have found and wanted to share with you. I guess my sister might have messaged me about this group, and some of you may know about it, but as soon as I heard about it, I wanted to get in on it. It is a group called the Random Act of Kindness, and this one is particularly called the Random Act of Crochet Kindness. There is a group on Facebook where people are crocheting little items to leave in a bag with a little tag that says you're not alone. You'll always have me with this little crocheted item. So I thought that was such a sweet, sweet idea. And of course, I love knitting for any kind of charity. And this one fell right into my lap when my sister sent it to me. So for the last couple of days, I've made a few, and I'll show you what I've made. They're just little angels. And I'm gonna, look how I made like 4 of them so far. When I make 6 of them, I'm going to put a little tag that says something sweet on it and in a Ziploc baggie, and I'm just going to arbitrarily leave them in different places, maybe at my gym, at the library, my community center here, the clubhouse, I don't know, maybe the airport, wherever I am. I'm just going to start off with 6 and leave them, and then keep doing it when I feel like it, really, because that's the joy of crocheting or knitting. Anyway, one of these just takes about 10 minutes to do, and that's it. So if you're interested, if you're on Facebook, you can go on to the Random Acts of Crochet Kindness group, and of course it doesn't cost anything to join it. And then they give you in their file section some patterns and also tags that you could attach to it. I really don't know where I found the angel. I might have been searching and somebody posted it. I really don't remember, but the tags, I'm gonna use one of their tags in that group. So anyway, I thought it was such a cute idea, and so I started doing some of them. And and it's so good for all your scrappy yarns, and that's what I did. And then it was curling a little bit, so all I did was wet it, lay it flat, and it dried nice and flat for the most part. This is the latest one I've done. So sweet. Then I attached a piece of yarn through the top, and I just made a little hanger. Yeah, so come join me. I thought it's such a cute idea. And I follow it on Facebook, and I'm sure if you Google it, there might be other avenues you can go down if you're not a Facebook user. I'm not sure, but so I do follow it on Facebook, and I love when somebody finds one and they post the picture on Facebook to thank people who have done it, and I love seeing that a recipient got it and that it made their day. So that's my latest thing that I've been going into. I'm going to only do like 1 or 2 a day. I'm going to do 2 more, make out a tag for it, and then put it in a Ziploc bag, and away I go for that 6. Then I'll do another 6. I guess I'll just do batches of 6. Okay, that's all I have to say before we get into it. So let's move on to finished objects. Okay, the first one I have is a big one. Well, it's kind of big, it's bulky. It is a trio of pumpkins. I'm showing this first because it's so big and it's taking up so much space on my table here. Okay, this was a lot of fun to do, and I love how it came out, and it's big. I saw it as a sample in my yarn shop, She Thrills, and hers is a little bit smaller, but I'm a loose crocheter, and mine is bigger, and it's just fine. I could put this on as a centerpiece. I usually like flowers on my table, but I'm going to use this for the fall as a centerpiece. So, anyway, a little bit about it. It's called the Farmhouse Bauble Pumpkin, and it's designed by the Heidi Crochet Company, and I used a size H hook, and the yarns I used was the orange and the white was by Berrocco Vintage. They're worsted weights, and the colorways, the white one's 5101, which is a white, and the orange is 5176. And then the top green one I had in my stash. I was happy I could bust a little bit into that, and that's by this brand called Carlton. It was in my stash. I got it at my yarn shop. It was like a sale yarn, and is in a color just number 38. So that's about it. So I made these 3 different pumpkins that you make 3 of them, big, medium, and small separately. Pretty fairly easy to do. The only thing is, which is not my forte, is you have to seam them together, and they really fully explain it in the directions in the pattern. So that wasn't too difficult with the seaming of it. Then what they did in my yarn shop I saw is they put a dowel through the center of all 3 to kind of keep it together. And then in the pattern, they put like optional cinnamon sticks. And then I put a little bit of twine around the cinnamon sticks to hold it together. And that's it. Such a cute little centerpiece. So it's a little crooked, but that's the way it went. Okay, I'm going to put this down because it's so big. Excuse me for reaching down. Okay. Oops, someone's fell apart. Okay, my next finished object is a blanket. I showed it the last time. If you're new, you'll get to see it all finished. It was almost done. I just had to do the edging and a few more inches, and that was it. Okay, this is called the Picket Fence Blanket. I love it. It's by Lauren Brown. I think that's it. Yes. The size hook I used was a J. And the yarn was by Yarnspirations, Caron. Their base is Colorama Halo, and the colorway is Beeswax Frost. Yeah, it is a 2-row repeat, and I really like doing it. The repeats itself is interesting enough that you don't get bored, and you'll zip, zip, zip. It is so much fun to do this. I really enjoy this. I would do another one of these if I had to do a blanket for somebody else or as a gift. This one's going into my baby collection, and either I'll gift it or I'll give it to a future grandchild. I don't know yet. So that one is a finish, so I can put that away and save it for whoever. Okay, my last finished object is a dishcloth. My monthly dishcloth, because I participate in the kitchen sink shop, puts out a newsletter every month, and in the newsletter is a pattern, free pattern if you sign up, and it's free. And it's the theme of it this year is sweet treats, and the designer, which is Elin from the kitchen sink shop, this month's was called I think it's the Apple Tart dishcloth. So here it is. I love the way this one came out. I think this is one of my favorites. It didn't come out wonky. Some of my dishcloths have been coming out wonky, and I'm kind of like losing my steam because of that to do them. I don't want the wonky. But anyway, this one came out has a cute little texture there. This is the first time, well, I've used Dishy, which is by Knit Picks, and this is the first time I used their twist, or maybe the second time. And I love the way it came out. They're twist based. And I think the colorway is called Conch. This is my favorite one that she has put out by far. It's simple, it's a perfect square, and and it was so quick. I think within 2 hours I was doing it. So I do a little bit different than a pattern. I go up actually like 2 sizes in the needle. Size 5, she just says a 3, but 5 is too small. It comes out really small for me. And yeah, that's it. So sign up, it's free. Even now, you'll get it by the beginning of the next month, and it's great for giving gifts. I don't know if I want to give this one away. It's so pretty. Anyway, that's it. Go check out the kitchen sink shop and sign up. It's free. So I don't know if I'll do it again next year, even though I love doing it, because I don't know, I've been feeling like the pressure. Oh, I gotta get the dishcloth done, it's for the month. Even though it only takes a couple of hours, I don't want the pressure. I've been doing it for a couple of years now, so I might give myself a break, or I just might make one month and maybe not the next month. Try to get that pressure off of me, so I don't feel like I have to do it. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip, I'm so dry. It's very warm here today. Even when I wake up at like 7 in the morning, it's 80 degrees out. So, okay, that's it for finished. Let's move on to works in progress. Okay, I have a work in progress. Actually, it's a half finished object, and it is a sock. This sock is by Helen Stewart. Show close up. It's part of her handmade sock society that I joined, and you get 6 patterns in 6 months for a very reasonable price, and you do one a month, and you could post it to win prizes. I'm so far behind, it doesn't matter to me. I'll post if I can. If not, c'est la vie. It doesn't matter. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about it. This is called, let me remember. Oh, the seed pod socks. I showed a little bit the last time, but now it's finished. And how I knit it is with 2 circular needles, my favorite way. And I did a size small, which is 56. And I did a little bit of a pop of color here. This yarn is from my stash, this mustard looking color, but this green I got from, let me see who it's from, Yarn Dragon Fibers, a new to me yarn dyer that I've never used before. Stunning, I love this. It is so nice to knit with. And what else? It is an 85% superwash merino and a 15% nylon. And the colorway is called, what is it? Oh my gosh. Let me see what it is. I had it. Oh, to put it bluntly, a weed. That's it. And then, so I did 15 rows for the cuff. And then I did the pattern as indicated. It's like a little bit of a cable and lacy pattern. Then I did the heel, which is a slip stitch and gusset heel. I did mine a little bit differently than hers. And at the edge of my heel, I like to do 3 knit stitches at both sides. It gives it like a nice little border. I love that. And then for the foot, I think I did 44 rows for the foot. And then a little pop of color at the toe, a rounded toe, and I put a little color there. Yeah, so this is a size small. I'm probably going to gift it. And then what I did was, I did for the heel, I think for the heel this time, because I was talking to other people saying that even though I'm a size small, to get over my instep has been so tight. So I did for my heel longer rows. And I think it fits better. It's still a little snug, but not as bad as it was before. So I'm probably going to gift this because up here is a little loose on me. I have very small ankles and calves. So I don't know why it's looser here. Maybe, I don't know why. But anyway, I'll probably gift these to somebody, even though I do love them. So I'm working on the second pair, not much to show. Hopefully next time, I don't know if I'll finish the next time. I might have to put the second sock in hibernation. I don't normally do that, but I have so many knit-alongs that I'm belonging to in the very near future. Even now, I'm doing some stuff. I don't know. It has gotten so crazy with all the knit-alongs that are coming about that I'm telling all my friends that I really need to write the ones that I'm doing because I'm forgetting about them, that I'm participating. I think there's like 4 of them I'm in, and I'm forgetting about it. Okay, I'm digressing. The next finished object is my stocking that I'm making for my daughter-in-law. I made one for my son, the train one. Here's this train one. So I don't want to insult her. I'm making another one, but not trains. This is called the Holiday Chalet by Ursula Almeida. Look how cool that looks. For some reason, this one's coming out smaller. My tension, I don't know, with color work, it gets really tight. I gotta practice with that. And see, this part's tight, and then this is looser. I don't care, it's a stocking. They'll be able to put stuff in it. Okay, the information. Okay, so again, the patterns by Ursula Almeida. I highly recommend her patterns. They are so descriptive and easy to understand. Each chart, she charts out so really, it looks complicated, but it is not. I'm loving her patterns. So the needle size, I think they're a size 2. And the yarn is by Knit Picks, their palette base. And the colorways are pimento is the red, the gray is ash, and the white is their bear yarn. And yeah, so what else do I have to say about it? Nothing. I have a little stocking as a progress keeper, and that's by Adore Knit, one of my favorite stitch markers / progress keepers makers. Love them so much. And what else did I have to say about this? Nothing. I mean, it is a paid for pattern, so I can't tell you much about it, except it's really simple. You cut in for you mark for the heel. I'm gonna do that afterwards. It's like an afterthought heel. And that's it. That's it for this. Okay. Not much to tell you. Hopefully, I'll get it done by the next time. But again, with all these knit-alongs, I'm doing it a little bit here, a little bit there. But this one, I really got to get going because I want to give it to them before the holidays. So maybe they can hang it up, during the holidays. So I really want to get it done by November. I think I can do it. I'm sure I can do it. I just have to take time and do it instead of all this other stuff. Okay. My next one is, I talked about it the last time, and if you're new, I was making this beautiful sweater called the Caress Light sweater. Let me try to get it together. There's a lot of strings here. Okay. Oh, I'm loving this. It's a little wrinkly because it's been curled up in my bag. This is called the Caress sweater by Elizabeth Judith. And the yarn is Circulo Anne base. And do I have a colorway? I really don't have a colorway. It's 100% Brazilian cotton. It is gorgeous. And okay, so and the needle size is a size 4. So when I did a gauge on this, because with sweaters I do a gauge. Yeah, I have to because my gauge is so different with everything. And when I did the gauge, I said, "Oh my gosh, this is so much bigger than our gauge." So I really wanted to do this sweater. I tried to do another one. I really didn't like it. I said, let me go back. It's so pretty. And I know people who have been making it. And every time I look at it, I'm like, I want it. So anyway, I said, you know what? I'll go down to like an extra small, like 2 sizes down that what I would normally do. So I went down and I tried on the neckline, the yoke. I was like, oh, it fits so nice. This is perfect. The neck is doing good. Then I said, okay, good. Do the sleeves. And I split for the sleeves. I tried it on. I was like, uh-oh, it feels snug. I said, oh, this isn't good. So I said, if it's snug now, what is it going to be like going down further? So I reached out to all my Zoom friends, my Love and Stitches members, and they said, one of them said, why don't you block it again, because maybe it will change, maybe it'll grow, and see what happens. And then if not, either go up a size, change your needles, blah, blah, blah. So I did, I blocked it again, I tried it on, and guess what? No change. It was still snug. I did not want to change my needle size because I did not want a holier garment. So I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go increase to the next size, which is a small. Well, I think that's all. How do they put it? I don't know if they do small. I forget if they do small or they go I think it's a number. I went up to a size 2. This one is like an extra small, size 2 is like a small, and so on and so forth. So I increased it, and I said, you know what? Put in a lifeline. So I put in a lifeline there, and then I increased, and I tried it on, and guess what? It looks like it's roomier. It is so pretty. I know it looks tiny on here, but they're all scrunched up on the needles. I have these sleeves that are split up. There's so much going on here. This is a beautiful pattern by Elizabeth Judith. It is so well written, so understandable. I am loving this. Now, right now, I'm up to just knitting. On the pattern, she does give you the option to just continue on with stockinette or continue on with this type of pattern. You can do that with the body of it. I said, you know what? I'm already having troubles. I love the yoke as is. I said, just do stockinette, and if I love it that much, I'll make another one. That's how much I love this pattern. Very rarely do I do a second sweater twice, but because I love it, maybe I'll do a second one with the pattern on the body part. I don't know. Anyway, loving this so far, and like I said, I'm only, before, I can only do it minus these stitch-alongs, because I started this before the pigskin party, which I'm participating in, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But so then I'm like, well, I got to work on things that I could enter into the pigskin party. So I'll do this here and there when I go somewhere in the car, because all I am is at the body, which is just knit. Okay, am I forgetting anything else about it? No, my problem is solved. Keep trying it on to see how it's fitting. Every like couple of inches, I keep doing it because I get neurotic about the fit. I've made a few sweaters and I'm never happy with the fit, and I'm trying to be better at it. So that's it on that. Okay, my next, I'm sorry to reach over, but I have so much stuff here. My next one is, you didn't see it, I started it the last, after I podcasted, and this is called, let me get it out of here. This is called the Jewel Cowl. This one I started for kickoff for the pigskin party, and I've made this one, not this one, but one like this years and years, like 10 years ago, and I loved it, and I always got compliments on it. So the Jewel Cowl, I don't know if I could say her name properly, is by Sachiko, oh boy, Bemura, I'm not sure. But it is a free pattern on Ravelry, and let me show you where I'm at. It's hard to see everything. It's a cowl, and oh, it doesn't even show up how beautiful this is. Let me see. There's beads in here, and they don't even show up, but it is stunning. The beads, a little bit here. So, it's okay. Let me just tell you a little bit. The needle size is size 8. The yarn is by Little Wolf Knits, and the colorway is a special colorway for members of the Love and Stitches members, and it's called Love and Speckles. So, so this is a special yarn because I belong to that membership, and I wanted to do something that I really would like and wear for myself. Oh darn! You hear that? That's the landscaper. I'm sorry, I can't control that. Anyway, so this is what I wanted to make because I've made it before and I got so many compliments, and this will be for me. I'm not going to gift this one. And so for the most part is just this one section that you have to do beading. The rest of it is just knit, 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 and that's it. So it's really not that complicated. I don't know if anybody's ever knitted with beads, but to me it's a lot of fun. It does take extra time, and you gotta get the tiniest little hook that you could find. You can't even find them in a big box store. Probably Amazon. I don't know where I got my hook from. I've had it for so long because I've been knitting with beads for quite a while. But I know my friend Esther found them at Mary Maxim. Tiniest hook you can find to get into the bead. The size bead that I have is a size 8. So they're kind of small. The higher the number with beads, the smaller the hole is. The smaller the bead, the smaller the hole. So that's what I'm doing with this. What else can I tell you? That's about it. So I'm making this, and I'm going to enter this into the pigskin party. The pigskin party is hosted by Boston Jen, and every year she has it. It's during football season. You don't have to be a football fan. I'm not, but this is a lot of fun. And what you really do is you start a project, and you just wait when you're done, and you enter it into just a Google form. Very easy to fill out. You just enter the yardage, your name, and all that stuff, and you get points. And the bigger the project, the more yarn that you use, the more points you get. And she has a lot of different challenges going on there. And you're on a team, and you're on a team, and your team is in a conference, and your team is trying to get the most points. You can be eligible for prizes by posting your finished objects or chattering about your object, even if it's not done. It's just so much fun. It's like we're all bonding, and you're talking to people, and you're meeting them, and you're seeing their projects. And last year I did one. I posted on Instagram, and I got a free pattern. So it's just a lot of fun, and you're doing it with other people, and there's a little competition involved. And if not, there's a personal record involved. You can do as much as you want. You could do as little as you want. And even if you don't have a lot of points, even if you just post it on Instagram with a hashtag or on Ravelry, you're still eligible. Even if you only have 10 points, you're still eligible for a prize. It's just a fun make-along, with like a football theme, even if you're not into football, which I'm not. I'm a baseball person, but it's still a fun thing to do. And when I'm done with that, I'll submit it, and I'll get points. And they have like so many sponsors. If you use a sponsor, by the way, Little Wolf Knits, she's a sponsor for the pigskin party, so I get extra points for using her yarn. So it's just a lot of fun. This is my second year, and and you can still join. It doesn't matter. You can still join. You'll be put on a team, and do it. It's fun. So that's what it's all about. Okay, my next object is a cross stitch one, and that will be it, I think, for my finished. I have to reach over. That's why there's so much stuff there. Okay, this is a pattern by Erica Aunt, and she is a big quilter, but she also knits and crochets and cross stitches, and she puts out a pattern every month, and it's called the Stitchy House. And every month she has a house for that month, and then and then it will say September, it will say October for that house, and then she puts it on like this little board, and that you can take off for each month. And I wanted to do that so bad. So this is my house so far for September. I have printed and purchased every house for the months because I don't want to miss out on them. So this is it. I'll give a close-up of it. I'm pretty much done with the house, a little bit more. And then there's going to be these sunflowers. And then September will be down here. When I'm done with this, excuse me, I will finish it the way she's finished it with some fabric batting. And then she tells you how to finish it onto like a little cutting board type thing. Excuse me. Anyway, so this is my September. I hope to get it done by the end of September, which doesn't look likely. It doesn't matter. Whenever I get it done, I'll get it done. But I love the concept of having this little board and changing the months in and out. It's just a fun thing to do. And it's so pretty. This September one is so pretty. So that's by Erica Aunt. It's on your fabric for my stash. The floss is DMC, so I had pretty much almost all the colors. Maybe I had to get one, but I had almost all these colors in my stash. And that's it. So I only, for the most part, stitch on linen. Once in a while, Ada, depending on what the item is and if it's in a kit. But my preference is a linen. So that is it for all my works in progress. Let's move on to acquisitions. Okay, everybody, I have a few acquisitions. Okay, let's see what I'll start with. Okay, one that I will start with is, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get everything organized here. Okay, the one that I'm going to start with is, I saw it in the Love and Stitches membership Discord group. They have a de-stash thread, and there people post things that they no longer want or need or have no use for, whatever it is. And one of them I saw, because I always wanted one of these. Do I have one? My sister made me one, but it's more for cross stitching. This is more for yarn. Anyway, it's a peekaboo project bag. I love, when I saw it, I was like, oh, I want one. And of course, it's more reasonable from someone who's de-stashing than to buy it from, a regular person that's just making it brand new. So this is from Jen, who put it on the de-stash. And it's so pretty. And then it has like a zipper pull of like a snowflake type thing. And then it has that you could hold on to. And let me see the inside. Inside is pretty fabric. It all matches. It's so pretty. I don't know if she made it or not, because she is a quilter and she's she does sew, and it opens up nicely like a box. So I loved it, and it could be for when I can't wait to use it, because I've been holding off on using all my new stuff to show you guys. And then she was so kind enough to throw in, she couldn't resist. So sweet, Jen. Thank you so much. Is a skein of yarn, a bulky weight by Why Not Fibers. Never heard of them. It's hand dyed in Traverse City. Might be a local yarn. Oh wow, I love that. And it's 109 yards, superwash merino, 100%, and the colorway is, oops, I did it again. That sounds like me, the story of my life. With what I've been seeing, oops, I did it again. Keep doing it, keep buying. Can't help it, I'm enabled so much. So pretty. I think I'm gonna do a hat with this. A bulky hat. I don't know. Right now, I have to put it away and figure it out. Okay, so that's the first thing. All right, let me take a sip. Then I couldn't resist. Oops, I did it again. I couldn't resist. I saw it either on Instagram or I don't know who. Maybe somebody posted it from the Daisy Stitch Company, a sock set, and then with it, she showed a pattern that I was like, you purchase a pattern through somebody else, but you use her yarn for that pattern. It's called the Mysterious Pumpkin Sock Kit. So these are the colors. It's by Daisy Stitch Company. And it's the Mischievous Pumpkin Sock Kit. And then there's a pattern to go with it with these little pumpkins along the cuff. I don't have it with me. I know I have it in my Ravelry library. So now that I showed you guys, I'm going to start it because I want to do that. And then I want to participate in the Crazy Sock Lady is having a spooky make-along. And then I could put it in the pigskin party. There's just so much to do. So I'm going to do that. A sock set. Socks with this kit. So isn't that beautiful? All Halloweeny. So I'll let you know how that starts. I don't know when I'll start it, but soon. Soon enough. Okay. The next thing I got, this is the most adorable thing. This was from, who was this from? Oh, Twice Shared Sheep. They had these little Notion boxes. And this one is for the pigskin party. They're a sponsor. The Twice Shared Sheep is for the pigskin party. And it's a little piggy holding a, is it holding a, well, it's a football helmet in front of them. There's a little glare, there it is. And I like the way it opens. It's like a hinge instead of a slide. I love that. So I use these things to hold my progress keepers and stitch markers whenever I start a project. I set everything up and I put things in a Notion bag, a box, or whatever I have, and this will hold my stitch markers and progress keepers. Look how adorable that is. There was so many that she had on her website. So once again, all this stuff will be linked down below. If you're in, and this was so inexpensive. I think it was like $6. So cute. So that was that. One more that I have. Again, a sponsor for the pigskin party, and that's from Adore Knits. And one of their bags, and it's like a harvest bag. So pretty for the pigskin party. So I can't wait to now to put a project in here, and I get points. This one I get big points for because it's their exclusive for the pigskin party. So it's a nice bag with a tag. And then on the end, it's like a wheat pull, or actually it's a zipper pull, but it's also a progress keeper. Inside has this beautiful fabric, and it opens up, lays flat. And then I also had to get, I think it was a combination of stitch markers or progress keepers. Let's see if I can show you. There's a football, there's a ball of yarn, there's what is this? Acorns. And then there is a bottle of beer. So cute. There's a bottle of beer. And then this little charm says something like football and fall, y'all. I love them. So now I can put this on one of football. Again, I'm not a football person, but I get into the spirit like everybody else. So it really is. It's like a holiday, football. Well, Super Bowl is like a holiday, but football season, it's like, you know, it's like, well, everybody's involved. So, and then she was kind enough to throw in a tape measure. I love it. God knows I could always use these, like in every bag. Or you lose them. Sometimes they break. So here is another one. So I love all my acquisitions. They are so exciting to me. So that is it, I think, for all my acquisitions. That's enough. I don't know if I have any more coming, but sometimes I don't realize I did something or I forget, and then boom, I get Happy Mail, not even realizing I ordered it. Okay, let's move on to Life Adventures. Okay, what has happened? Well, a lot of fun stuff. Everything actually was fun. A couple of weeks ago, we went to the beach. We had a lovely day there. Sometimes you just need that moment just to get there, take it all in, and just sit on the beach, watch it, and just have that relaxing day. And that vitamin D really does good for you. When you come home from a day like that, you feel like, So we had a beach day. And then around where I live, there's a lot of waterways or ponds or whatever, and there's fish in them because it comes in from the intercoastal or the ocean. And Bill has been going crazy with fishing. He's been like a fishing addict lately. Every night, like after dinner he goes out and he tries, and he's caught fish. I'll put a picture in here later on to show you the fish that he's caught. Of course, he throws them back, but he just loves the thrill of fishing. So he's been catching all the time. I don't know how he does it. I fish, I catch seaweed, you know. So anyway, he's been fishing, and a couple of times I've sat and watched him. I throw out the line once in a while, but mostly it's him. Okay, then last week I met with a couple of, actually 3 people from the Love and Stitches membership. One of them is a snowbird, and she came in from New Jersey, and she's been in for a couple of weeks, and she'll go back, and she'll come in for a couple of months. Anyway, we got to meet for lunch along with a couple of other members that live in my community, Esther and Jane, and Anne, who came in from New Jersey. We all met and had lunch, and we got to knit a little bit. So that was a lot of fun. We met at a restaurant, and we chatted, and we knitted or crocheted, and then she is going back. I'm not sure if it's now or whatever, and she'll be back again. So it's so fun to meet up with people that you've met through this membership. So much fun. And then the Jewish holidays actually just ended last night. Well, Rosh Hashanah just ended last night. So my sister invited me and Bill over with her family and some other people that came. And that was such a nice night. Oh, it was a beautiful night. We chatted, we laughed, we talked, and it was just a great night for everybody. And speaking of the Jewish holidays, it is the new year, so I want to wish everyone a happy and sweet year. Whether you celebrate or not, I still wish everybody the same thing. I wish you all a very happy and sweet year. No matter what faith you are, you're in my life, I wish you the best and a sweet year. So, okay, now, books, movies, and TV. Okay, a couple of weeks ago, me and Bill went to see Oppenheimer. Excellent. You need to know a little bit of the history so you understand what's going on, because I didn't. My son said to me, why don't you read up a little bit? And that really helped. And it was a really good movie. It's long, but I tell you, I didn't feel like it was like, oh, I can't wait till it's over. It wasn't like that at all. So I learned a lot of things that I did not know about with Oppenheimer. So it was really good. And then, of course, we're in a movie theater where you can order drinks, you could order dinner, and it really is luxury. The book that I just finished was called Golden Girl. Don't mind me, I'm sweating like crazy here. And matter of fact, I don't have a hair tie. Golden by Elin Hilderbrand. It was just okay. It kept me entertained. I finished the whole book, so that's a good thing, because if it's not good, I finish it after 50 pages, because my motto is, if it doesn't pick up in 50 pages, get rid of it. This is supposed to be bring me joy, and if it doesn't, goodbye. Reading is for pleasure. So it was entertaining. It's about this woman. She gets killed or hit, and they don't know who did it. It was a hit and run, and she goes up to heaven, and there's an angel up there who lets her look back at her life, or look at it presently and also in the past, and she sees how her family is reacting, what's going on with them, and they find out who hit her and all that kind of stuff. So it was good. Nothing great, but good enough for me to finish. So that's Golden Girl by Elin Hilderbrand. Okay, the things I'm watching, When Calls the Heart. I love that because it's a feel-good show. Is it on Hallmark or Peacock? I think it might be on Peacock. I don't know. But it's a new season, and every week they do another episode, so I wait for that to come out. And then we've been watching Succession. A lot of family drama, dysfunction, all that kind of stuff. Really good. Bill loves it. I have to pay attention, or else I don't know what's going on. And usually I'm knitting while I'm watching, or crocheting while I'm watching. So sometimes I'm out of the loop, and I have him filling me in with it. So is that it? That is it, folks. I had a lot to say this time. And as always, I wish you peace and love in your life. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.